I feel the need for speed. Ow!
Launch Maverick on alert 5.
You up for this one, Maverick?
Just a walk in the park, Kazansky.
Gentlemen, this is the real thing. This is what you've been trained for. You are America's best. Make us proud.
Woo! Great balls of fire!
Arguably, no decade has had more classics in entertainment media coming out of it than the 1980s. You've got genre-defining classics in pretty much every single category, which isn't something you can say about most decades. The 80s was a huge uplift in storytelling, and filmmaking was more creative than ever, especially in the West. It was also a simple era, creating high-concept entertainment media with cinematic plots that could be easily characterized by 1 or 2 sentences, making the product easily marketable and understandable.
Gentlemen, this school is about combat. There are no points for second place.
A great example of this, and one of the most significant from this amazing decade, is the 1986 film Top Gun, an action drama about a young naval aviator given the chance to train at an elite fighter weapons school. It was the most successful film in 1986, became one of the most iconic films of all time, as well as unique for a lot of reasons.
I'm gonna send you up against the best. For 5 weeks, you're gonna fly against the best fighter pilots in the world.
The film is set in the present time of 1986, where we are introduced to Lieutenant Pete Maverick Mitchell and his radar intercept officer Nick Goose Bradshaw are sent to Top Gun, an elite fighter weapons school in Miramar, San Diego, California, to learn the finer techniques of aerial combat. Maverick's always had a passion for flying, and he's here because he's the best of the best, but the program is guaranteed to make him better because their job is damned important. Carrier pilots are the first responders for world confrontation, and air combat excellence is vital, delivering a classic combining star power, magnetism, action, music, machismo, and militarism into a uniquely entertainment package quite unlike anything else. And a lot of it comes down to a combination of a deceptively smart screenplay and pitch-perfect direction. Tony Scott was a master at making exciting blockbuster action movies. When you think of Tony Scott movies, the thing that comes to mind is style. Movies that look designed with a kinetic edge, visual eye, or feel commercial in the best possible sense. Scott was a visual language auteur. He teased the audience into his characters, revealing them to the course of the story. Specifically, every visual decision he made tied back to his characters, and they affected the narrative around them. His scripts for his movies weren't too taxing on the brain either. Straightforward, cutting through the crap to get down to business, and easy to digest, but that doesn't mean they are easy to create, as he would make every film look splashy on screen, but only in whatever ways best fit the story and character. Making films was like painting to Scott. He wanted to create beautiful images and the kind of movies that looked like what movies should look like and you were happy to see on a big screen. He was unafraid to lend his films bombast in their photography.
This is what I call a target-rich environment.
Majority of the narrative energy goes toward establishing the culture of Maverick and the other young fighter pilots. The camera worships actor Tom Cruise, who wears jeans, a bomber jacket, and aviator sunglasses, preening and posing and emitting intense sex symbol vibes at all times. In fact, everyone in the film is always glistening, and literally any given frame could be put on a poster. Maverick brings a sarcastic peacocking swagger on his mission to prove his own mastery and dominance. He acts like everything is amusing at first, but Maverick is visibly driven by sadness and insecurity. The film works to point out that his arrogance is a front, and he's lost and haunted and immature. A young man who knows he's one of the best, and he likes to show off. But there are rules, and they are there for a reason, and when he breaks them, he might have to suffer consequences he didn't anticipate. Top Gun comes across as a militaristic fever dream told through myth and montage, with shimmering sunsets, golden magic hours, and massive spectacle, but deeper down, it's a film about the intensity and complexity of friendship. Maverick and Goose are arguably one of the most powerful duos in the history of cinema, and their relationship is the heart, soul, and romantic center of the film. Tom Cruise and Anthony Edwards' chemistry as these best buds trying to make it through Top Gun helps sell Maverick and Goose's relationship, including Tony Scott's direction as well as the writers. Every moving part in the Maverick and Goose Top Gun equation reminds us constantly just how ride or die these two men are for each other, and it's palpable, extremely good, pure, and everything in between. Maverick, the alpha bachelor, whippersnapper with a chip on his shoulder, Goose, a father, husband, and a man who's here for a good time. Even though they have different backgrounds, the two men are bonded by their love of flying, which you practically feel radiate off the screen. Maverick gives Goose the confidence to be bold and take risks, while Goose stabilizes Maverick and keeps him rooted to reality. Their relationship and power couple status in the film also illuminates the importance of sensitivity, of feeling, of retaining a connection to your own humanity in a field which trains pilots to be critical and make the tough decisions. Maverick and Goose are bonded for life through their shared passions but help make each other better people, which is the kind of best friend audiences could only hope to find at some point in their lives. Through life's highs and lows, everyone deserves to have a Maverick or Goose by their side.
Hey, well, don't be late again. You look great, honey. Thanks, dear. See you in pre-flight.
Even Maverick's clash with top student Tom Iceman Kazansky is meaningful. Two men so invested in beating each other because they know how great the other one is. After an event in the film impacts both their positioning at Top Gun, their respect, mostly unspoken as enemies, becomes something much bigger than competition. Two men who are opposites in almost every way, forced together by their profession. Ergo, creating a relationship built on time and circumstances rather than a natural bond. A bond bloomed in chaos than one whose roots grow parallel. And on top of that, there's nothing better than watching two great actors trying to one-up the other, and Tom Cruise and Val Kilmer are a prime example. The production design, cinematography, and emotional tone of Top Gun is genuinely amazing. Every flying moment is shot with actual fighter jets. It's fast, visceral, and dangerous, and you feel how real it is. The film fetishizes the hell out of the planes, the cone of its nose, the shimmer of its jet stream, the fire coming out of its tail, all shot in real time. Scott even situated designed cameras and lenses directly on the jets themselves in various places, including mounting cameras onto a Learjet to achieve extra, more astonishing shots, delivering a sense of scale and scope that practically defined the art of airplanes in motion picture entertainment. It's the best aerial footage to date ever in film, and that was Scott using the technology at the time period right to the extreme, accompanied by a kick-ass mythic synth score and original songs. The music of Top Gun becomes a conduit many times in the film, where the action and drama plays through the music above and beyond what's happening on screen. Sequences and events all told through just the music. Whether it's composer Harold Faltermeyer or the hand-picked selection of 1980s hits, all the melodies suit the moments on screen to utter perfection. A hard-driving, energetic, inspiring, rock and roll score made for the ages. Particularly the single Danger Zone performed by music artist Kenny Loggins that highlighted the process of a plane taking off. To tell the truth, if you play the song at the start of a plane taking off, the chorus will begin when you take off from the ground. I'm not even making this up. The composer and songwriter wanted to hone in on overt aviation allusions to provide a runway, not only for the film's stars, the jet planes, but also Loggins' vocals. From Kenny Loggins to Berlin, the Righteous Brothers, and many others, the selection of tunes makes quite the impact. Mighty Wings, performed by Cheap Trick, written for the movie, is feverish, fast pulse rock about Maverick's passion for flying. A song when you have a strong passion, relentless desire for something, you will naturally put everything you've got into it. It is important to know what your passion, purpose is, and go out and do everything to fulfill it. Most folks would argue that Top Gun's soundtrack is its most iconic trait. It is rare for a movie and its soundtrack to be so in sync to the point that you can't remember one without the other.
Goodness gracious, great balls of fire!
Top Gun is never out of date and remains in popular memory because it's a film that reflects our core truths as a society. We recognize ourselves in it. A film that says a lot about life, focused on everyday blue-collar, ordinary souls who end up getting trapped in a larger-than-life adventure. Blessed with a film director that went above and beyond the call of duty when it came to delivering blockbuster action spectacle. Striking images and exciting action while concentrating on characters that actually matter. A rock show from the opening scene to the closing music that shows what real film is about.
Okay, man, let's turn and burn! I got tone!